then the thing with Williams is she's she's the genius, and I can't take credit for this. This I got from somewhere else. She's not only the reasoning that Namor comes in and Namor needs to be there, but she took over Shuri's spot.
And Shuri was Black Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, because Shuri can't do the science and the fighting. So we needed somebody else to do the science.
We even have the handshake Wakanda Forever moment that they had in the
Yeah.
first one. Riri and Shuri had it here. Yeah.
So there's subtle nods as to why everything was in the movie. And again, if you just let the experience of the movie hit you, it all makes sense. Because when we left the theater, I literally said to Toe, I was like, yo, I heard that there was like 15 to 20 minutes they could have cut. And I was like, I don't know what that would have been. I was like, I don't know what you would have cut out of here to make this shorter.
And people keep saying the Riri stuff. Now, I did hear a good point.
Let's show say his piece of the movie, and then we'll get to the. I know Show wanted to talk about what
you say you had a story about Namor.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you a quick story about the ending. My favorite part of the movie.
Okay.
It was. I'll give it to you in words. He said,
"No, come on. No,
I want you to draw it. I want you to draw it.
Please, give me interpretive dance. Sure.
2 words.
Please don't give it to me in words. No, I can't take it. I can't take it. If you can take it,
I'm gonna draw it for y'all.
You guys are comedians today.
But
I'm not drinking anything else.
But anyway,
yeah, Show.
The kid says, "I'm Prince T'Challa."
Oh yeah,
son of King T'Challa. Boom, and the lights come on. Boom. As soon as the lights come on, I look to my right and I look at my wife. She's crying. Like, they really surprised. She was upset. She's like, how did it really turn on the light after that scene? Like, it was so funny. I wanted to say that because I know Toe said he was mad at the guy next to him. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure my wife was upset.
I got a question about that kid.
But real quick, I don't know if any of you noticed this, but this was brought to my attention watching a different spoiler talk. The son is the kid that greets Queen Ramonda when she first goes to Haiti.
Oh.
And the whole thing where she was like, hey, Shuri, there's something about your brother I had to tell you before Namor shows up.
Yeah.
She was going to tell her about the kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
some people didn't like the part of the kid, and it's like, man, that's just kind of let us. We have something to hold on to now. A part of Chad.
Where I got a question though. Well, I got a question though. Now, in Namor's origin, his mother was pregnant with him, and he drank the heart-shaped herb, and he was born a mutant. And he can breathe
which
underwater.
He says blatant mutant.
Yes. So he can breathe underwater and air simultaneously. Right? He's not affected like the other people. Now, Chadwick Boseman or T'Challa had a son while he had the power of the Black Panther. Yes, because this happened after Endgame.
Yeah. At the end.
Listen. After Endgame, he had the kid. He died shortly after. This kid is 6-7 years old. This is 5 years after Endgame.
Busted some Black Panther inside is what
you know what I'm saying? So it's like so now what's up with that kid that he has second generation heart shaped herb in him?
So the only reason I question that is because they were trying to recreate the heart shaped herb in order to cure him from whatever he had. But if he was already on the herb, he wouldn't have had
the baby's the baby's already born.
No, but what I'm saying is at some point he had to get rid of it. So at what point did he no longer have it? That's my only question. Because I don't want to just assume, since Shuri made more, I don't want to just assume that this kid now has the heart-shaped shit running through his vein, because that doesn't kind of make sense.
But the kid was born before his passing. So I think what Toe's saying, when they hooked up after Endgame and the child was created, some of the juices he put in there had to have some Black Panther in it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Freakum had to be
because who's to say that he couldn't have got sick while he was the Black Panther, and they just like, yo, the heart-shaped herb could be able to heal him if we give him another dose of the shit. Or maybe they took him off of the shit because it was fucking with him, and she was trying to synthesize a better fucking virgin. Because they said it was an undisclosed disease, so we don't know if it was the heart-shaped herb that they found. It could have been one of like Namor's shit, and he was probably suffocating or something, and they didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Because if vibranium is all around the world and it has different effects depending on what soil it migrates in, who's to say that the one that they gave him in the fucking Black Panther when he reboosted?
But the baby was born already. Like the baby was already born when he was dying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm like, he had to have had.
So before that, when he was, hiding it from everybody, but still doing okay, that's when they hooked up, and that's when she got pregnant. So maybe he passed along to his seeds some of the Black Panther that was already in there because the original heart-shaped herb when he first became the Panther.
You know what it could have been, because the theory is that he got her pregnant right before Infinity War, and then he got blipped.
Yeah,
5 years after. Then you got
she went to Haiti.
Yeah, and then he came back 5 years after an Endgame. Who's to say that cosmic shit didn't fuck with the herb? You know what I'm saying? The blip. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could be a lot of shit, but he was he had to have been the Black Panther before he got pregnant, unless she did some shit while he was unconscious before they gave him the herb again.
No, I'm not disputing all your theories. I'm just saying I don't remember him having, like, the herb brought him back to life.
Yeah.
Right, against Killmonger. But I don't remember him having the powers after that.
He has the power of the Black Panther. Like when he came back, alive, because when he died, they stripped him of the power because he died fighting Homeboy or whatnot.
Yeah,
technically he didn't die. They had him frozen. Then they gave him more heart-shaped herb so that he could come back, and that he had the power of Black Panther again. I would assume once they gave that back to him.
But so my question, here's my question, right? They grow the heart-shaped herb. It's not, if you're growing it, it's not a one and done thing. Because you wouldn't need that much of it because there's only one Black Panther. You wouldn't need fields of the shit.
Yeah, but if you keep getting challenged for the right to be king of Wakanda, they have to take the Black Panther away from you.
Yeah.
Yes. But what I'm saying is it also has to then just run out naturally.
Oh.
Because if it's a one-time deal, then giving him more shouldn't do anything.
It brought him back. I see what you're saying. You're saying.
That I'm only questioning
the potency and the lasting effect of the way I see it, I think what Toe is saying, does this kid have some of it inside him because he was made while he was the Black Panther?
Again,
I think it's a little.
If Steve Rogers had a baby, that baby's super soldier.
There's some super soldier in there.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if that's how it works. Yeah. Because it's a little different. And now what you said was the comparison to Namor. And because my man is like, she literally drank it while he's in there. Yeah. What that lady eats, he eats essentially. You know what I'm saying? So that's a direct dose. We're not passing blood. We're not passing cells and ourselves to make a baby. Like that shit, my man, he drank that shit in there too. So
the other reason I bring it up is twofold. One,
I do agree with you. If
not
Steve
all-
Rogers has a kid, there's super soldier in there somewhere.
but not all genetics get passed down.
For sure.
And it's a weird mix of who gets what from where and all that shit. And two, like Cap said, some people had a problem with the kid. I don't have a problem with Panther having a kid and all that.
I'm gonna tell you what I had a problem with.
My problem is, to me, I have to wait and see with this, because if they do a weird time jump and we get T'Challa now older, then to me that scene is, hey, I know all you guys didn't want the MCU and didn't want Shuri to stay the Black Panther, so we did it for the movie because it had to. But hey, T'Challa's coming back. We got you. We heard you. That's what it kind of felt like to me.
One of the theories that I heard is that he'll be a young Avenger starting off, which, we have them laying around there somewhere. Do we need more groups? Who knows? But someone's gonna have to take over. Well, I would have
more Avenger movies.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, like, Young Avengers, we have to see about Young Avengers, or they might just be part of Secret Wars and all that stuff. I would have been okay with making that post-credit scene the end, and then for post-credit scene, we maybe would have seen some more on Midnight Angels. Maybe we could have seen Val call someone like, "Yo, it's open season on Vibranium," because that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting that Wakanda opened its borders. It's open season on Vibranium. She wants Val is gonna send the Thunderbolts in there, try to get Vibranium somehow. Captain America, New World Order. I feel like it's just gonna be a Vibranium struggle, like and trying to get into Wakanda and taking as much as you can out. But so I would have been okay if they ended the movie with that, and then we would have seen some mention, because there was only one post-credit scene, and it was just that. Usually post-credit scene is like maybe you could have made that the last post-credit scene. Well, usually Marvel movies, mid-credit scene, overall arcing world, the last scene is pertinent to this particular movie. So that was my only gripe, which is not even a gripe. It's not even a gripe.
But this is why I say, coming out of the theater, I didn't see this as a Marvel movie, because that stinger was the perfect end to the story they're telling. Like, you got a little bit of Val and Riri and the extended shit.
Because we got to keep the lights on, guys. We got to keep the lights on.
The bulk of the movie was, this is the story we're telling about how we dealt with the grief of losing.
Yes.
But
how do we lose? And then, as much as I don't like the theory going forward, maybe, what a way to bookend it, where we start off with the silence and his death, and we end with the silence and a rebirth.
Yeah.
Well,
because now we have.
So here's the thing, though. In Wakanda, death is not the end, right? But also, how many people be like, "Damn, Chadwick, though, like the Black Panther didn't leave a legacy or some shit," because there's the legacy everywhere. Now he has a kid.
Yeah.
They don't need to use this kid.
Yeah.
But we always know that death wasn't the end for T'Challa. And T'Challa is still there. We still have T'Challa now.
And if it's up to me, bro, let that little kid chill in Haiti with Lupita. Keep him away from all of this shit, which is what seemed to me that what T'Challa was doing. Like, bro, Wakanda is looking for a king now. If that little motherfucker shows up in Wakanda, everyone's just gonna be expecting. Like, yo, that's a lot to put on that kid.
Yeah,
who
King
knows
Joffrey.
Nothing about this. And look at exactly, King Joffrey, exactly. So, like, and not only that, look at what happened to an alternate version of T'Challa who wasn't born in Wakanda, who wasn't raised in Wakanda. He went off and still did amazing things, right? Maybe we can have this little kid without all of this Wakanda stuff going on. Maybe they could go on and make some better things. Maybe they could become some kind of whatever. Like, we'll see how that goes. Is like, I think Kat makes a good point where it's like, we can't talk about that just yet because we got to see how it goes. If there's some weird time dimensional, he jumps into the quantum realm and comes out 16 years older, and now he's a 22-year-old Black Panther. Yeah, that might seem a little tone deaf and just weird. So we'll see, but it didn't bother me as much. Now, I still have issues with this movie. The CG, oh god, the CGI was a little weird, especially because Namor is doing so much aerial shit, and I want to talk about that. I know people have their little feelings about the little wings. I like how the wings were used in this movie. I love the shot where he just like breaks and they just show he literally just in air, some Sonic shit. I love how he's flipping through shit. Like Namor looked cool. The accent, the what he was wearing, his story, Talukan, the way he fights, it all seemed so cool to me. And if we could have just had a little bit of better CGI, it would have been all great. But whatever. It's at this point, picking on Marvel CGI is just dumb. Like, you know,
I didn't notice any
got the money for it though.
It looked a little weird when he's like breaking planes, and I was looking for a Cap. You know what I'm saying? Especially after what happened in Black Panther, I was looking for it. I would love to. I didn't get to rewatch it again, but like some of the shit that he like, I love the way he was hopping though. My man was legit hopping in air. The water bombs are so cool.
Devastating.
So water bombs was so cool. And them riding on the whales, you know, like they made these people feel real. And I know there's people out there, oh, why do we have to change everything? Well, Aquaman is over there doing this thing in DC. I am so glad that they changed Namor's origin. Obviously, we might be a little biased being Latinos and stuff, but it worked within the movie. It just did. Yeah. It did.
Here's the thing, right? One, say real quick, I love the little nod that they did where the Atlanteans is what I'll call them.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call the Talokanians.
The Talokans.
Yeah. I love the fact that when they're in water and they're oxygen saturated, they look normal.
Yeah.
When they come out of the water, they're oxygen deprived, so they're blue skinned. That's fucking.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know how you didn't notice that. It was clear as day.
It was a little dark in there.
It was dark for me, but no,
a lot of people say they like this depiction of Atlantis over Atlantis in Aquaman. Yep. I'm not necessarily sure that I agree. This one seemed a little darker. I do like, and again, you guys know how I feel about Aquaman. You guys know how I feel about Jason Momoa. But there's still some good stuff happening in that first film, and I'm very excited for the second. But I like all the colors that they had in Atlantis over there.
This is the thing. For me, I like this better because this is a more realistic depiction of what it's like to be underwater. No.
Yes,
and 100%. You're not going to get rainbow bright colors.
Yes.
I know certain fish have all colors and shit like that, but it's still, when he turned around, it was like, I found a way to give the sun to my people. I was like, yo, this motherfucker's
he's like, the best.
Where you at? Where you at, Momoa?
Man, for real, like
the sun down there.
Oh, Namor was so good, and the explanation of his name.
Yeah,
El Niño Sin Amor, Namor. I was like, yo, how did you guys pull that off? That was clever. And I mean, yeah, you don't have to think much about it. I get it. These guys are professionals. But I was like, man, you guys sold me on that so hard. Yeah, that's why I'm Namor. El Niño Sin Amor. I said, cheeky. I like that.
That also goes into perfectly why everybody else called him Namor. Because as people who come from Spanish backgrounds, it is often that words are pronounced differently when non-Latin speaking. So like our last name, Aviles. But to everybody else, Aviles.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that makes perfect sense. And to go back to your point of him, I think it makes perfect sense in the MCU where the only time we ever saw gods, they either were too big for this planet or hid in a fucking thing from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Just having orgies all day long.
Yeah. For it to be a Mediterranean country or civilization that was wiped off the map because of some war, because of some this, because of something that,
with colonization,
speaking, Namor wouldn't have a problem with the surface world on that. Like, would it make sense? But to make Wakanda a fictional nation, Talocan based off of a fictional Spanish Mexican nation, and that to see what Killmonger was saying. Because Killmonger's whole thing was, yo, we were getting fucking slaughtered and enslaved while you were sitting pretty. And here's what we see. They're getting slaughtered and enslaved. And they prayed to their God, and their God gave them a way out.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have this vast kingdom. Who's the only people that can oppose us? Well, the other vast kingdom. Because they have the same shit we have.
We're the same people. That was the biggest message of the movie. We are the same people. I loved it.
And if you look back in Spanish culture, there's a thing called Afro-Latino, where slaves were brought over to the Caribbean, to the South America, to Central America, and they mixed with the indigenous tribe. Like the reason Toe looks like that is because we have Tagawa, right?
I wouldn't. Native, the native.
Yeah, we have native of Puerto Rico. Our grandmother,
Taino.
There you go, Taino. There you go.
So this is the first day of work for me. So I'm doing nothing. I just recently got a job again.
Nice, man. Congrats.
Putting in a full day learning a whole bunch of shit. But the Taino, our grandmother, instead of being from Spain, coming to Puerto Rico and that, she's from the island, going the other way into the Spanish and then into America. So that whole through line of what happened in Africa, what happened with the conquistadors in Central and South America, like the parallels make it perfect. Like, yo,
it's perfect.
We have a shared enemy. We have a shared interest and the shared goals. Why wouldn't we align?
And how good was he when he invited Shuri in? And I do have a problem with how quick Nakia was just saying. Nakia said, "Got it." Went in there like, "Where's all the defenses?" She really went in there with a fucking Wakandan shotgun and just pow. Like, I was like, okay, but and that's me nitpicking, guys. It's a joke.
I'm gonna address that. Why would you put so many defenses on a place
that no one's gonna find? I get it. Trust me. But it was very quick, and she had been out the game for 6 years. I'm just being a critic.
Kaz, you know what? You know what's crazy? In the Andor show, they asked Andor how he stole a piece of the Republic's technology. He goes, "I just walked in on the base and took it." These motherfuckers are too arrogant to think that people won't do that.
Yeah.
So it's like Namor's like, yeah, no one knows where we are. Who's coming?
You literally need a suit and water streams to get in there.
Yeah.
But how good was like the respect that he gave Shuri? Because that's the thing. Namor in the comics legit is effed up. My man is like good for 5 seconds, then evil for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So like I found it cool how he was so open to her, but like he was trying to like reel her in. I thought it was good.
I honestly saw it different. Because another reviewer that I watched said the same thing, that he didn't think the Namor's depiction was too comic book accurate.
No. He was off. He turned the switch off.
He had no problem with the depiction in the movie. He just thought Namor wasn't arrogant enough. To me, I didn't see him as. I read that whole thing as she's the one I can manipulate.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
It's got nothing to do with the way he sees Sue Storm. He's only playing this to manipulate.
Yeah.
And then when because the way I look at it is, I'm going to tell you everything you want to hear, everything you need to hear for you to sympathize with me. And then when it turns around, I'm like, okay, she's calling the shots right now. Queen Ramonda, I can't get her to sympathize with me. Well, fuck it. I'll take her out, put her in charge. Now there's no choice.
And even the girl that his right hand. I know the other guy, Atula. I forget her name.
His cousin.
Right, his cousin. Yeah. She's like, yo, why did you even let her in here? And it's all part of the gag. I know. And like, you know, I know some people wanted it. Like, he turned the switch off real quick. I just really enjoyed how, like, even though it was part of the plan, he literally came down and just like, hey, look, man, we just vibing down here. We just don't want no one to find us here. Yeah. Like, throwing up the sign, throwing up the Kamehameha. Love the Kamehameha. Yeah, like I loved all of it. You know what I'm saying? It was nice. It was nice. What up, Krills? It was nice to like see him in there. Yeah. And it was cool. And obviously at the end when they made the pact, like he tells her, like, bro, this is what we had to do. They'll be weak soon and they're gonna call on us. Or when we're fucked up, we're gonna call on them. And it's all part of the plan. But I think it was fun to see him like plan stuff. Like he didn't feel like he felt like there was a purpose to Namor. It was a nice one. Like, bro, leave us alone. He's like, look, you guys open your borders to Wakanda, and look, I'm trying to avoid that.
And the crazy shit is M'Baku,
yeah.
M'Baku was the only real nigga like, so we should go in the water and kill him. And like, what? He's like, if we do what he asks, what's to stop him from asking for more shit?
Yeah. M'Baku was super real this whole movie.
Yeah, let's kill him.
That right there actually went perfectly into what I was gonna say.
Fishman.
Because M'Baku says that, and then we get the thing where Namor's like, you know what? People say, oh, he wasn't arrogant enough. Okay. The motherfucker flooded Wakanda and pretty much on his own killed the queen, fucked up M'Baku. Like, yeah, his people were coming behind, but he did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, and then told her, you have a week to bury your dead, and then you can give me my answer when you join me.
Yeah, and then we get that, and then we get straight ahead to, I want to kill Namor, and M'Baku's like, hold on, they view him as a god. Now that I've seen him up close,
if
we
war.
kill him, we're gonna get fucked up. Because I don't give a shit what anybody says. If they didn't figure out the whole Namor needs oxygen shit, Namor kills Shuri, and the Atlanteans kill everybody on that fucking boat, and Wakanda's done.
And Wakanda's done.
They were gonna kill him before fucking Namor said stop the shit. Yo, Leon, to answer your question. I honestly think that this movie was about Wakanda versus Atlantis, and they put Ironheart in here to basically go,
she's coming.
Everybody,
she's coming.
Like here goes her origin story.
She's coming.
She's smart. She likes to build shit. Her stepfather died. She has a car. Now, when we start the show, we don't have to say this shit.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. So I honestly, maybe if we would have gotten more of her, people might have been like, we're trying to hold up the legacy of Chad here and all of that. So maybe it would have been what I would have been okay with, taking a little bit away from Riri and a little bit away from DeFontaine and focus on Okoye, because like Midnight Angels is confirmed. Like that's what it's like. We already knew that was gonna happen, but after we see the suits, which were perfect, that shit is like
What Cap? I don't know if you know this. That's actually in the comic books.
Yeah,
they look perfect. I'm not
gonna lie. I didn't know what that was. That's the one thing. The Midnight Angel. I didn't know anything about that because to me, Okoye has always just been Okoye.
Yeah. When Annika was first announced, like about a year or so, maybe months ago, that's like her whole thing. And I hope we see some of that Midnight Angel stuff. Okoye technically wrote. I didn't like how Ramonda kind of put her out there, like, "Oh, you was really quick to, go with Killmonger." Like, bitch, I'm sworn to the Black Panther. What are you talking about?
He wasn't the Panther then.
Everyone thought he was. Like, she thought he was. Everyone thought that they killed him in combat. Like, he took the herb. He is the Panther.
Yo, I actually like that. How Queen
I was mad at her, but I mean, I know that she was going through it.
But I like that because you get that sense of, don't tell me how fucking loyal you are to me, because I could point when you weren't.
Yeah, you're loyal to the Black Panther. You're not loyal to me.
Yeah, you're loyal to whoever is supposed to send.
But that's the job of the Dora. Like, I didn't like it.
But so the reason I liked it is because the Dora Milaje could have did that, but Okoye could have did something different. Because Nakia did something different. M'Baku did something different.
I mean, she literally like betrayed her husband for the Black Panther.
No, her husband betrayed them.
Well, I mean, she didn't go with him.
But like she said, she gets to go visit his dumbass. Whenever the fuck she wants.
Here's the thing, though. Like Cab said, she was loyal to the king, right? And you said, "Oh, this is a time when you wasn't loyal to me." At the very small moment where they thought Killmonger was the king of Wakanda, she was loyal to him. The minute T'Challa showed up and said, "I am not dead," she flipped the script. Yeah, that's my king.
Yeah.
Instantly. There was no semantics. No. Instantly. No, he's the king.
Yeah. But
she was relieved.
Queen Rwanda wasn't at that battle.
No, I hear you. Yeah. Does Wakanda end here? No, Krills, it doesn't. I think, to be honest with you, Wakanda might play a big role with the one who's left. The one who's left.
It's all vibranium. Kang needs vibranium to get back home or beat the multiversal. It's all vibranium now.
Well, that's what they're saying. It could be something different.
I hope. This is me. I really think it's a war on vibranium now, though. Yeah, everyone just wants that shit.
One, I honestly thought the look of the suit was stupid.
For Midnight
Angel.
Midnight Angel.
I agree.
That's where the CGI. That's where the CGI came in bad for me.
Yeah, it's comic accurate as fuck.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Yeah, but
it's 1-1.
But I agree with Okoye. I was like, that shit looks dumb.
Nah,
and then when she took the visor off and just her baldness, which looks great on her, but the thing still had. I was like, that kind of looks like a little bit of like Alex Murphy and RoboCop.
It did. I was
like, that looks a little. But to go for Leon here, M'Baku is already man-made, but they don't call him that because there's a certain connotation, a negative connotation for certain sectors of the world and blah blah blah. So already, because if you look at all of his chest pieces, he's got the silverback hair, he's got the 8 on his chest. Yeah, he does it. Fuck was that?
There you go, Cabs. He has officially fucked up his buttons. And you're muted again.
That used to be the dogs, but never mind. I don't know how I switched.
Because you don't save the profile and you reset it your Go XLR and it went back to the shit it was before. So, I keep telling you this, but you don't listen.
As I was saying, he's already been man-made. They just
to this day
they just choose not to call him that.
Which
because the name is a little old schoolish. If you know what I'm
It's
saying.
it could be racial. It could be a racial. It could be a racial slur.
It could be yes.
In today's day and age.
Yeah. And besides, when he walks up in the room and goes,
"Hello, motherfucker,"
he could be whoever the fuck he wants. You know, that's M'Baku.
Here's something that I found funny. I heard going in that M'Baku had the funniest line in the movie. And I want to ask you guys, because I left the movie going, what the fuck did he say that was so funny? So did you guys notice something that he said that was funnier than anything else?
I think when you pointed out say the line.
To me, the funniest line in the movie is when Riri was like, I got it. And Shuri was like, oh no, cool. She got this on her own and she did that shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Yeah, the fish man gonna come kill her, but she's all right.
I thought that was the funniest line.
I think what they're referring to is when he's like, oh, she saved the princess, so now she's gonna be banished for life.
That is correct. Bald-headed demon. That was hilarious.
I didn't laugh at that line at all.
Well, to be honest with you, that I didn't hear
kind of
too well.
I guess, yeah.
I didn't hear that one too well. I'm not gonna lie. My left ear was clogged for like 3 days, so a lot of the shit that they said, I heard. It just wasn't at movie theater level.
It wasn't.
Yo, you was fucked up. You sure you didn't have COVID?
Yo,
nah, dude, I took 3 fucking tests and I went to a fucking spot to do a test. I am negative.
The last 30 minutes of this movie, Toe was in his fucking hoodie, coughing his lungs up.
Yo, dude,
and the only thing underneath my mask, because I'm like, the guy next to him is probably gonna be so pissed.
I'm pissed off because I bought an 8:30 in the morning fucking ticket, and the show didn't start until 9:15. The movie didn't start, and I'm sitting there going, dude, this is literally the last fucking scene. If you'd have started this shit on time, I'd have been on my way home already, coughing. I'm gonna have to elbow this motherfucker twice now because he saw me crying and now I'm coughing. Wow, I'm serious out here. I'm serious.
So this movie did obviously it reaches out to a bigger audience than a lot of MCU movies, of course. Like when I went to see it, it was Sunday night, and there were sold out shows like 11 p.m. and I go to this movie theater all the time for all the big releases. Even Spider-Man wasn't like this over there. And the service, usually, I go to one of them bougie theaters. The drinks were like super watery and messed up. The food was terrible. And I'm like, yeah, they're having a rough night tonight. I could tell. There was just a lot of people going. And it's funny, you would get an 8:30 show and you'd think that no one would be sitting next to you. But
oh yeah, no, that shit was bad. You know what the crazy
that's why I love doing this shit. These are just it's 2-seaters and 1-seaters. So when you sit, no one's sitting next to you. And there's 2-seaters next to each other, but there's hella space in between. So it's like it's just you and the person you went with or the people you went with. There's seats by yourself. But like, bro, those drinks, I was like, I'm pretty sure because when I go there, the drinks, they're pricey, but they fucking break their wrist on it. Like I come out of there a little tipsy. So the drinks were whack, watery. And I was like, honestly, bro, I'm thinking they're just skimping out. They're putting extra water to preserve. Yo, we ordered sliders and them shits was like dry, sloppy joes. So I think there's a lot of manpower that needed to be. That's why it's 8:30 in the morning showing. You literally got someone sitting next to you. You didn't think it would happen, but this shit was sold out.
When I bought the tickets, there was only one ticket sold. And absolutely, I bought the ticket. I bought the tickets on Wednesday?
Yeah.
And then we got there, it was packed. But I was also pissed. So I was like, yo, are the hot dogs ready? Oh, it's going to take 20 minutes. I was like, well, nah, the movie's going to start in 20 minutes. And then fucking 45 minutes later, we
could have had your hot dog.
We started the fucking coming attractions, and I'm like,
yo,
come on, motherfuckers.
I ordered the pretzel bites.
Yeah.
And I showed Toe, I was like, yo, there's way more pretzel bites in here than they normally are. I finished that entire thing before the movie started.
Yeah.
That's how long the fucking coming attractions and shit were.
Bro.
And I got fucking gypped, Cabs.
What happened?
I got fucking gypped.
Can you ever get an order right, bro? Jeez.
Dude, no. I said, let me get a large popcorn and a large drink. All right. I get my shit. We get the pretzel bites. Cap is like, yo, I'll wait for the pretzel bites. Go get the seats. I go, all right. I go get the seat. Cap comes and goes, Soon as you left, they turned on the fucking screen. They had the fucking Wakanda Forever commemorative bucket. I said, you motherfucker. You fucking piece of shit.
That's upsetting. That's very upsetting.
And it was for virtually the same price of what he already paid for the.
And they couldn't just do you a solid, like, bruh, come on, switch it out for me. They couldn't, or did you not even ask?
I was
already in the theater at that time.
Yeah, I was already expecting this movie to start.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he came back like right when the movie was supposed to start, and we're sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, blah, blah, blah," and I'm just sitting. I'm like, "Yo, if I go up there and start fucking talking to him, all they're gonna hear is,
yeah.
Where's my shit?"
It's like, sir, please back up. So, like, to get back to the movie, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that this was some kind of like amazing, I don't think it's top tier. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great. But what I would say is I feel like this is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
I feel like this put us back on track. And Riri started being funny. And honestly, I was like, nope, we're not doing that in this movie. I'm so jaded from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
I was like, I want no jokes here. I don't want to laugh. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to cry. So, like, sorry, I'm a little loud. I got to do some things to the mic. I apologize, my people.
No, you sound good to me.
I got to get used to this mic. But,
you sound good to us. It has an anti-clip shit, so as loud as you go, you're going to sound the same.
Perfect. So I was like, yo, I like where we're going. I like where we're heading. We weren't joking around. And yeah, like, it's true. Bleak got his wish. I hope he gets to see it soon. There was not that much multiverse stuff in here. They announced some people and some people showed up to pump up other shit, but there was no time traveling. There was no interdimensional stuff. Like Cap said, this was a movie. And some of the best qualities in Marvel movies is that we talk about Winter Soldier all the time. You strip the Marvel away, you strip Cap. That's just a good movie. It's a good espionage movie. So like, I don't think this was. I'm not putting this S tier. I would put it A, maybe B, maybe low A, high B. But I do feel like we got on a better course. Now we don't have anything until the Christmas special with the Guardians. And now this movie made me way more excited for Quantumania.
So, I'm sorry, Cap, but I haven't seen the trailer for Quantumania until fucking Sunday. And then I saw it and I'm like, okay, this trailer is showing me stuff visually, but it's not saying anything.
It's a teaser.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I can deal with this one. But I'm like, oh, thank you for saving us, Spider-Man. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, okay, this is Ant-Man. We got the joke in there. Yeah. But then again, Ant-Man knows how to do the jokes well.
Yes. If there's one person that can do the jokes, is Paul Rudd.
But I'm also watching this, and the one thing I got from there is Hank Pym's wife has to be someone important in the quantum realm.
Oh yeah, she says it. She's like, "Hey, there's something I didn't tell you." She was down there. She was in Chronopolis somewhere.
I don't know if she's the fucking queen.
She probably had a bump. She had a run-in with Kang somewhere. She knows who Kang is.
She's Kang's mom, confirmed.
Oh
no, but.
Talk about racial swapping.
But you know something though? That would make sense. Because Kang is supposed to be fucking Reed Richards' son. If you made him Hank Pym's wife's son, he still got the intelligence.
What did you think since you saw it? Yeah, Krills, between A and B, for sure. I'm not putting this S. What did you think of how Kang looks?
Perfect.
I think it's fire.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked how he looked.
I think it's fire. But you're right. They don't show much. Which, you know what, though? Don't show me much. I'm not watching anything else about Quantumania after that.
Yeah.
After that teaser trailer. I don't need anything else. But yeah, to go back, I think we righted a few wrongs. We ended phase 4. We can move on. Marvel, keep the jokes in the shows and give us a little bit more serious things in the movies. You could joke, but don't. What I'm trying to say is no more Love and Thunder.
Please.
See, Wakanda Forever was the perfect example of what I was saying before. They didn't use comedy; they used levity.
Yeah.
In appropriate times to break up the tension and all that. They said something to, all right, that was kind of funny, because there's a reason why, if you take acting or whatever or story writing, you have the Greek faces of the laughing and crying, because there's a little bit of sadness in every joy, and there's a little bit of comedy or funniness or happiness in every tragedy. You can't have they don't
You
exist
can't
separately.
listen. You can't experience happiness without sadness, and you can't experience sadness without happiness. They coincide with each other, and it's like you can't have a struggle without triumph. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like they all go together. But to make shit just stupid,
which is a nice theme of the movie.
Yeah,
Shuri had to go through it before we got to where she's at now.
And not for nothing, if you would have taken the Marvel out of this, and this would have just been 2 African tribes or 2 tribes fighting over land or fighting over something.
Keep it like a Mexican tribe and an African American. Like that's still interesting.
This would have been a perfect movie. Like this movie is not in the cinematic Marvel universe. I feel like this isn't in the cinematic Marvel universe. This is a movie where they said, "Yo, let's take this time and let's actually show one, the love that we have for Chadwick Boseman, and 2, let's actually show our fucking other, like our brothers and sisters of the other fucking part of the world some love." Because it's like, because
this is some Tupac shit. You rate it somewhere else.
Yeah,
you
because
put Tupac over there, and then you make a list of your favorite rappers here.
Because how many times have we seen the Mexican tribe, the Aztec tribe, and the fucking African tribes and all? They have primitive weapons, and they can't battle the fucking Americans with all their technology, and then they have to figure out some crazy shit. But now these are the superpowers.
Yeah,
and it goes to show you, like Cap said earlier, America's really, really fucking reluctant to have anyone a superpower other than them. Especially when we don't know who the fuck they are.
That's why we need that. We need that vibranium.
Yeah.
We need it now. Yo,
never mind the fact.
My God.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I need to get
never mind the fact that no one in our society, like an American science, would know what to do with vibranium.
Yeah, they turned it into a frisbee.
Yeah. Like, in all honesty, that's what they did. They turned it into a shield, but they would not know what to do with it. While Wakanda, their resources are made from fuck. She literally has a vibranium printing machine.
Yeah.
Like, it's come on. You can have all the vibranium and still will not be a threat to Wakanda.
And look, I know she took a spear to the gut, but she probably put one of them Koye beads, whatever they're called, and she got home, and in Wakanda, bullet wounds can disappear. I do want to say this about Queen Ramonda when she says, if any outside nation tries to make another attempt to steal vibranium, we're going to view that as an act of aggression. I said, y'all don't want Wakanda pulling up, but that brings in Valentina. Now she is going to figure out a way to get them Thunderbolts in there.
Yep.
The mission for the Thunderbolts is get vibranium, get Wakandan secrets, and bring them to me. And I can't wait to see how that all rolls over in New World Order.
She's the Amanda Waller.
Exact for Suicide Squad. That's exactly what it is. And last thing, Leon, I think Riri jokes was too early in the movie, bro. We just lost the king. I said the same thing. I appreciate the humor, and I feel like I enjoyed what Riri did for Shuri more than what Riri did for herself to set up her show. And like when Riri started joking, I said, we're not doing that right now. I said it right before. We're not doing this.
But
still, I really enjoyed her character. Can't wait to see more. But yes, not right now, Riri.
But not for nothing though, the shit she said, I can see a fucking teenager from the hood saying shit like that.
A million percent.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
authentic. Authentic.
It wasn't a reach for her to be like, you bring a fucking spear into my room.
Yeah.
And then with the harsh, can I get some of that? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of shit she said that I could see that came from a fucking kid, especially from the hood.
For sure. And like when she's like, she's like, you need to be more concerned about the way you look. And it's like, and Shuri had been telling that to Okoye the whole time, like, yo, you look hella sus right now. Like, and they have that part in the room. And
yo,
I'm excited for Riri. I like that wasn't an Iron Man suit. That was a mech.
Yeah.
So they took it away from her. So in Ironheart, she will make her own. She probably took something. She had to have learned something in Wakanda that she's gonna bring back with her.
Yep.
You know, so she'll make her own suit. But I really enjoyed that. Shit looked mad Gundam-ish. I enjoyed the suit very much.
Yeah. Yo, you put a Dora Milaje next to my ass, I don't give a fuck how she looked.
Yeah. It's full respect. It's
the word. Respect. She got a spear that fits in her fucking wrist.
And fuck out of here. Handling business on the freaking bridge. If it wasn't for them people being able to heal, they're down. And the battle between her and Atula. And Atula, I could already see that he is going to challenge Namor as he did in the comics. So I could already see that happening. Atula was a very cool character. On the low, one of my like low-key favorites. I really like what was going on there. But Okoye, and then the battle with Okoye and him was like, give me more of that. Like shout out to Okoye.
Back to spear.
So much shout out to Okoye. God damn, the whole Dora. The Dora Milaje. How much times don't we say this on the show? That the Dora is just top tier. They're an S.
Yeah.
They're an S.
Yep.
Lupita is looking great. Looked better in this one than she did in the first movie, though. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know, but Lupita is also incredible. Lupita with her little espionage shit.
Because she didn't have to compete. In the first one, there was so much competition for trying to show how badass the Dora Milaje was, how fucking powerful the Black Panther is, and then she's a spy. Because she's not Dora Milaje, she's not a Black Panther, she's a spy that's fucking trying to infiltrate some shit. And it's like, this right here is like, you're not giving enough time to show her and what she could do. And in this movie, it was literally, yo, go get my daughter. And she was like, all right, found her. Plow, 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 plow. Yeah. I got her.
Yeah.
I got her.
I'm going to say something, and feel free to come at me on the comments, or feel free to come at me on all social media, which I do not have.
You were doing great. You were doing great, bud. You were doing great, bud.
No, wait. Nakia was like what James Bond should have been. Like a last James Bond movie. She's out of the game. Yo, I need you this once.
The queen.
Go get.
Yep.
And you send in your top fucking spy. That is some James Bond shit.
That is some James Bond shit.
Like, if you want to make a female James Bond, we just saw how to do it in Wakanda Forever.
Yep. And yo, not for nothing, I heard the comment that Shuri looked too skinny and it wasn't believable compared to Chadwick. You know, I just want to say, y'all people had no problem with Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
This girl is maybe 35 pounds. Like, come on, yo. First off, Shuri looked badass, and not for nothing, she was skinny, but she was brolic. Every single lady in that fucking movie was brolic. You see the shoulders on these women. Yeah. You see the muscle tone? Yeah. They all look like they could. Every single one of them could fuck you up.
And her move set was a little different from T'Challa.
Yes.
And the side battle, which was next to Namor doing all of his mid-air shit.
Yeah.
When they were fighting, like when she's like pouncing on the side, and I was like, this looks great.
Yo, I just want to point out one. You don't need to be big when the suit takes energy.
Yeah.
And you have the power of the Black Panther.
You have the power of the Black Panther.
And, you know, you don't need to be fucking ripped. 2, this is what she looks like.
Yeah.
In the comics. Like, how fucking skinny is that? Like,
yeah, like, people are stupid. Lupita does need a solo movie. I'm down for that. Maybe like a little like short on the side. We're gonna get a lot of shows, guys. I really feel like, bro, keep all the comedy in the shows and let us just get more good movies like this. I feel like we righted the ship. Let's see where it goes. I think it was a great way to end. We ended Phase 4 with a tribute to T'Challa.
Yo, so here's the thing.
Classy.
Yo, Leon, he goes, here's my problem. Shuri is great, but how did she learn how to throw hands? And she showed up in the suit and mask already. Why not see the armor later? And
she had the power of the Black Panther.
Here's the thing, though, Leon. Everyone in Wakanda throw hands, especially if you're the princess. The Dora Milaje is protecting you. The best way to protect somebody is to train them to protect themselves.
In between lab stuff, Shuri was doing work in the morning.
They explained how T'Challa made the technology in Wakanda in 3 words. My brother showed me this. That proves that T'Challa was one of the smartest men in the MCU.
While still training.
Without showing that in any other movie. But he was a fucking hell of a fucking fighter. And also, if you notice when he fought M'Baku, when they took the Black Panther out of him, it was a little bit difficult for him to fight M'Baku. But when they put the Black Panther back in him, he's fucking everybody up. Yeah. So that Black Panther power, enhances what you... Yeah.
It's real.
I also want to point out, so the last battle scene, how did she defeat Namor? Okay. She dried him out. When you dry him out, you take away the oxygen from him. Without oxygen, his muscles couldn't move. He fatigues.
Cramp up, yeah.
So he's weaker.
And she ripped off one of the wings.
She clawed the wing off. Mm-hmm. She clawed his face, clawed his back. At no point did you see her fucking hit a 18-piece fucking combo with an uppercut and a jab and a hook. She didn't grab him and Muay Thai knee. She didn't all of a sudden Shang-Chi this motherfucker.
Yeah.
She fought like a cat. She scratched and clawed. And even then, Namor beat the shit out of her, slammed her into the fucking rocks, and pinned her to the fucking thing
with a spear.
And she needed that fucking get up, rock, because Mickey loves you speech from her mom.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this in anger towards you, Leon.
No, yeah.
I just get
this is towards everybody that has these issues. Because it's not from why didn't they do this? It's because some people do it because she's a female. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you're doing that.
It's just.
I'm just saying
it's a preemptive strike on those motherfuckers.
If you look at how the battle was choreographed, you see she didn't need to be a martial artist to fight. Because picture this. If you don't know how to be a boxer, right? But you know how to throw a punch. Whatever you throw is what you throw. And then I turn around and go, yo, take these pills and you'll be 10 times stronger. That same punch you know how to throw, as garbage as it might be, that shit's gonna fucking destroy people now.
It's gonna be a little better now. Now it ain't gonna be that Namor punch on M'Baku that almost broke his damn chest.
Yo, dude, everybody in the theater said, holy shit.
I thought it was a wrap. I said,
That's the thing. When they turned around, I also heard. So again, like I said, I saw a little bit of reviews before going in. So I knew there was a cameo. I thought it was Val. Didn't know it was Killmonger. I heard someone died. I thought it was going to be M'Baku in that moment, and not the Queen. So I was pleasantly, not pleasantly surprised because Queen Ramonda died, but I was like, oh shit, okay. I didn't see that coming.
She might know how to throw hands with Pepper Potts. Yo, bro.
Yo, Pepper Potts is the one you need to know. How the fuck can she do all this shit without training? That's the one.
Tony did the same thing. Put on a suit. Big man suit. Big man in armor suit. Take that away. What do you got? Pepper be running shit though. Pepper running businesses out here. But yeah, excuse me. Wow. Overall, yeah, I'm not putting it in S. Low A, high B.
I agree.
But man, I feel like I feel like we could breathe a little bit. Cause I'm not gonna lie, everybody was getting nervous. Let's see what. When does Ironheart come out?
Yo, real quick. This movie also shows She-Hulk should be stricken from the record.
Just wipe shit.
Yo, like it should be like, you know how we don't speak about
Bruno,
the remake of the cop movie that had a robot? We should not speak about She-Hulk, because how the fuck does the queen go to the fucking world court and go, listen, y'all motherfuckers, you ain't getting my shit. And if you try to get my shit, we fucking you up. And this bitch can't get somebody to stop using a ring that makes circles. She can't get somebody to stop using her name, which a copyright doesn't work when you already have a fucking public display of your name that you use. It's like,
you saw that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, Leon, if you're referring to She-Hulk, if you're gonna watch it, episode 1, 2, 8, and I guess 9, just to see how crazy bananas it goes.
Yeah.
But those are the only episodes to watch.
Binge watch it, but just don't take it too serious.
Watch it for the code. That's what I was gonna say. Watch it for the culture, but go in with the lowest amount of expectations you can.
Matter of fact,
I'll give
you a positive. I'll give you one positive. Tatiana Maslany is fucking perfectly cast as Jen / She-Hulk. So her performance, no matter how bad the show is, her performance is top notch.
It's all due to the writing and the plot. That's the biggest issue with She-Hulk.
Was a little. Oh shit! So Ironheart won't be out until fall 2023. So we got time.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, this doesn't assuage my trepidation with the MCU, because this wasn't a Marvel movie. This was a depiction of grief. This was the 7 or 6 or however many stages of grief there are. This is what I've been saying. You know how I bring up the elevator scene with Kate Bishop and Yelova? How I was like, yo, just give us that. This was 90% that. And then 10% action because they put the Marvel title on it.
We got an extra 20, 30 minutes of just talking, which I've been asking for. Yo, I'm done with these 2 hour. Like, give me 2:15. This was 2:40, but
all of it fucking poignant. Even when she talks to Killmonger, forget what they're actually saying and read the underneath. Read the fucking. You took the herb to go to the afterlife, but all you are is anger right now.
Mm-hmm.
The ancestors are not gonna come talk to you, because all you are is anger.
Word.
So you get me instead.
Word.
Like you said, you summoned me here.
Yo, Show, did this movie preclude your activities?
Was I showing cleavage at the what?
At the festivities. What was the shit that you said, Cap? I want to know if Show did it.
Did I show
preclude your proclivities?
The 2 youths. What?
The 2 youths.
The 2.
What did you say, Cap?
Precuriousness.
You proclived
Imperious Rex. That's what he said.
Here's why I'm laughing. I use words that are in the English language so frequently and so commonly that I honestly don't know what he's even referring to, because that's just the way I speak. It's not like I put anything extra into it.
You said this movie didn't preclude my proclivities.
It didn't preclude my interests.
Let me go back.
He said I need to listen
Check
myself.
the tape. Check the tape.
I
Check
don't
the
know
tape.
how I use
I'm gonna throw the challenge flag.
Check the tape.
Toe and the show have made a challenge on verbiage.
Word.
Take a referee's timeout.
He is precleaved. That's oh man, that's dope though. He's like, I don't even realize what I'm using, bro. This is my normal language. I can't. I didn't put anything extra on that, so I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I think I found it. Hold up. We got this shit right here.
You actually found it.
Yeah, I don't fuck around when it comes to.
Yeah.
You really pulled. You went to the tape.
We went to the tape, yo.
All right,
dude. I'm telling
While you do this, let me take a little potty break.
This doesn't assuage my trepidation with the MCU because this wasn't a Marvel movie. This was a depiction of grief.
There you go. You persuaded your patrocities.
Who was my trepidation? Is that
yeah. So have you been trepidized?
I am circumcised, and I don't know how the movie in the to this day. Oh man, I said I'm leaving. Oh man, listen, this movie.
Why would you play games with me?
I kicked everybody out. My fault, King. Oh shit, I messed everything up. This is why I've been quiet the whole time. I knew once I spoke it was gonna be over.
Word. And on that note.
Yeah, word. Blue.
Okay,
King,
night,
time to go home. Shut everything off, King.
This is why
that
I don't
conclude this
if I ever
evening's
say a big word. This is why if I ever say a big word, I don't even bother to register that I said it because it doesn't matter with these two idiots.
No. We'll try to fit it into our vocabulary. It's like a block that doesn't, there's a piece of puzzle that doesn't fit in our puzzle, but we're gonna glue it where we think it goes.
Yeah.
So you said proclivity, that has to do something with the pectoral muscle, right? Or something like that. It's close.
Pectoral?
We'll figure it out.
I didn't say that at all.
Oh, okay.
He's trepidatious.
Oh. Okay. So is that why you've been coughing all this time, Toad?
Yeah.
You got trepidation in your
Yeah,
lungs?
I'm a little trepiditis.
All right. Well, I'm glad that your brother has diagnosed you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. All right. So now everything is clear. You got trepidation. What was your question?
All right. Hold on. Just so you guys understand me clearly.
Hold on.
The pictures on the screen with the bright colors and the noise didn't make me feel bad, but the next feel bad movie might be coming around that thing because the screen might have pictures hurt my eyes. Is that more
much better?
More palatable for you guys?
Now I understand. The movie he's watching made him sad. You see, I caught it.
The two Utes.
Exactly. Stop using trepidations.
Right.
What is it?
Use the proper words. You ain't hear what's her name? The girl, you ain't hear Riri using trepidations. She would never use that, so why are you using it with us?
Sorry, I have to apologize. I know it's difficult for you guys, but English is my first language. And sometimes I slip into English when I should be speaking something else.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
English is like my third language, bro. You got to take it easy with me.
Dude, the way you and told, I wouldn't be surprised if this was your 18th language.
Exactly. This is just a freebie. We don't need to talk this.
I don't even know what the fuck a quail is.
It's a fucking bird. It's a small bird.
Word. Damn, I thought it was
quail eggs are weird, but I used to have quail eggs. A lot of Venezuelan spots put quail eggs on their fries. It's like fries, a little pork belly, some sausage, maybe some chicken. It's like loaded Venezuelan fries, and they put a little couple of little quail eggs.
Yeah.
My dad used to get that for us a lot.
what's funny is to us,
You didn't
that
like
might
it?
seem like a fucking extravagant thing, but in Venezuela, they're probably like, "Oh no, we just got him from the."
No,
first
yeah,
day."
no, that's from the Venezuelan food trucks. Yeah, them shits is like that's like their version of. It's still pretty fucking expensive. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, you
That's
got
like their version
15
of
meats.
Yeah,
I'd order fries.
yeah.
All this shit in
My
it.
man said you got some fries with panela, chicken breast, and fucking
No,
steak and eggs
seriously.
and bacon and fucking French toast.
Serious. It's so good. It's delicious.
That's your side order of fries.
They top it off with this like there's like pink sauce and then there's like this green sauce. Venezuelan fast food is like some of my favorite here. They be making some wow shit. So good.
That pork
Yeah.
quail.
To Leon's comment there, that's what I'm hoping that the inclusion of T'Challa's son is not. I'm hoping it's not a response to the whole "we don't want Shuri"
MCU shit. Yeah.
Because believe it or not, a couple of people that I've talked to have said that they didn't believe the acting coming from Shuri, and they didn't believe her. I thought she was fucking great.
I thought she was amazing. She
Word.
held this movie up.
Scottie Pippened it.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, Angela Bassett fucking stole the show.
She did steal the show.
Fucking Namor fucking stole the show. And M'Baku.
There was some acting chops in this movie.
Yeah.
I want to tell you right now, Angela Bassett showed up and showed what happens when an adult comes in to actually put a foot down and do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know how like when you were kids and you were fucking around and then all of a sudden, fuck. She came in with that. The guy who played Namor, who I can't pronounce his name.
Tanac Huerta.
There you go. He came in with the energy of, okay, so this is what Superman would be like if he didn't have to worry about not hurting people. Because he came in with the whole, he literally had that attitude like, yo, I'm only protecting them. I wipe this whole fucking shit off the face of the earth if I want.
My God.
But I don't have to right now.
Yeah.
I love how he acknowledged how pretty Wakanda is.
Yeah.
He's like, man, this is nice. This smells real good over here. What y'all doing?
But in the comics, that was one of Namor's shits. Like, you're polluting the fucking planet, killing the sea and all the other shit. And then he's like, he makes that message like, this is the cleanest air I've ever fucking took a breath of.
That's a good time. But
I like how'd you sneak into Wakanda, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Imagine that just pulling up to Wakanda
with the hair, yo.
Awesome, this is nice.
Like I said, I like that nod. But I also like the fact that his main focus was, I seen what happened when you let them come in.
Yeah, man.
And do whatever they want. So I can't let them come in. Because to be honest, in a world where Thanos had already snapped out half the people because of overpopulation and fucking destroying planets and all that shit, it didn't make sense. It would never make sense for another guy to come up and be like, yo, you fucked up the planet. Like, really? Because Cap just told us there was whales in the Hudson again.
No, yeah. Listen.
Were they protected from the snap down there? Not to go on a crazy theory, but were they protected from the snap down there?
Well, technically, they're their own species, so
it's half of life.
It's half of life. So, see, my problem, I can't get over the blip. I can't get over it. I want everyone to make a reference to it. If you would have said 5 years ago, when half my people just disappeared and then came back. I'm not saying, relax.
No.
Just saying, like,
because here's what I say.
My problem is that I want everyone to talk about it. I know it's my problem. Not everybody needs to talk about the damn blip.
No, what I would say is,
be nice. Though.
It's a chance with only half of the people, half of life gone, that the entirety of Talokan was in the half that stayed and was unaffected. So he might not even know.
Yeah.
What the fuck like, I mean, obviously at some point he probably learned about it, but as it was going on, he was probably unaffected by it.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, yeah, or they, maybe all of them. There's such a small number that we're the lucky 50%.
Yeah.
Yo, but not for nothing. This movie showed the rest of the world how to make strong women look. Period.
And
Period.
I saw a comment. Somebody was like, just being sarcastic, like, "Oh, they didn't have enough women roles in this film." I'm like,
Yo,
just shut the fuck up and enjoy a movie.
Yo, listen. There's a difference between Scarlet Witch and her sister, and the fucking Dora Milaje.
No one can stand up to the Dora.
I mean,
Black Widow.
The Black Widow, but the Scarlet Witch also. But
Which,
you know
if you want to talk to me about who the real Black Widow is Lupita.
Yeah,
see, Lupita's out here just
No,
but
so
no, but you. But,
I know what you're saying. Sorry, I have to come back because
no, but also the Queen. Listen, she looked at Namor in the face and was like, "Where's my daughter?"
Yeah.
Fuck your feet, fuck your little wings. I don't give a shit. You have the strongest. You got the biggest fucking army in the world. Where's my daughter?
Nigga said, "Fuck your way."
Leon, I love Lupita, bro.
But okay, Cap.
No, I just had to nerd out because saying that Lupita I know it's said in jest that she's the real Black Widow.
Yeah.
But Lupita can't get that reaction from Loki like Natasha did.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, not at all. It could maybe in like a different way, but it just wouldn't work out. No.
I just have to do that because this is a comic book show and I'm supposed to be the nerd, so I say big words.
It's Questacult. I think it's something else. I think they call him NuKKle Khan, which is the feather serpent god.
Yeah,
I think that might be the
Questacult is the other god. I'm not sure, but I know they call him NuKKle Khan. Means the serpent god.
But I tell you one thing though, Cap.
But please, Anthony, look that up.
If the Dora Milaje had Loki, they'd have killed him. They wouldn't have gave a shit what he was there for. They would have been like, all right, let's go kill these fucking aliens now. There would have been none of this interrogation shit. Nah. We'll find someone to tell us.
So we might have speaking of the Dora and just another badass group of women, the Midnight Angels, they stepped to the throne.
Okay. So I looked it up.
That'd be nice after what happened to Okoye to, go put it back to the throne.
So I looked it up. It is the Aztec pronunciation for feather serpent.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
the Talukan is cool.
Mayan.
Yeah. Okay.
It's either the Mayan or they just the whatever language they based off of.
Yo, so another thing that we didn't mention is that the fucking the Namor's people are fucking sirens.
That was sick.
Yo, that was fucking awesome, bro.
That was sick. People just jumping into the dang water. It makes sense. They made the Talokans, whatever we're calling them, their combat is just everything worked thematically. Number one, the water bombs, but the sirens, it makes sense. The call of the sea, of course, they got to use that. Yeah.
Did anybody else get I think I'm the only one in the world who chuckled watching the men jump off the ship and going, somebody said, "Hey, I can make the happening even better."
Oh, you had to bring it up. Fucking happening.
To Anthony in the comments here, I addressed this earlier.
Yeah.
People were complaining because they made Namor look weak. He didn't look weak. He won.
Yes, part of the plan.
The only thing that happened was he dried out. Even in his state where he dried out, he had enough to throw her into rocks and pin her into the fucking boulder. And if it wasn't for the fucking vibranium can cut through anything shit, she'd have still been stuck there.
Because that's a vibranium spear.
Well, it looked like it was wood. I think the tip was vibranium.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Because it would have never went through a suit. Because isn't a suit infused with vibranium? Just like a bullet.
But the thing is, like, the only thing that can cut a diamond is a diamond.
No, but I'm saying if the tip wasn't vibranium, it wouldn't have went through the suit.
No, it would have just bounced off. Yeah.
No, but in all honesty,
push it through because it is fiber. Well,
in all honesty, Leon, Anthony, think about this. Namor, in the beginning of the movie, tried to convince Wakanda to protect his people. At the end of the movie, she forced him to accept protection for his people.
He wins.
RKH, what's going on?
RKH, what's going on?
Yo, Wakanda was about to die. Everybody on that ship was going to die.
Yeah. There was like 7 left.
Atuma is not letting anybody walk away.
No, yeah.
Especially Okoye. And he says, Anthony says, I wish Talokan had their own element that caused them to have their powers. If that happened, then we kind of don't have a story because they're not worried about the resource being found, right? Like the whole point is that the vibranium, like people have a machine to find vibranium. So I mean, obviously they could have worked it on other ways.
Well, the thing is, the only other way to do it is to have the fucking Celestials give them the ability to breathe underwater because they were drowned. The city of Atlantis was actually fucking submerged underwater by the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the Celestials gave them that power.
But to the point of the movie, to why Val and Agent White Boy are colonizers.
Ross. He's also Ross, by the way, which is...
So to tell them why they're
talking about Black Panther.
The reason that that Talokan also had vibranium is now to put it out there in the world. Wakanda might not be the only place with it.
Yeah, there's
So where else can we look for this now?
Mm-hmm.
So
mass destruction.
Yeah, now you could do so much more where not everything has to go in and attack Wakanda.
Yeah.
So you could leave Wakanda alone for the next 6 movies, even though we're gonna talk about vibranium. We might talk about vibranium, getting vibranium, needing vibranium. And we don't always have to go in there and attack Wakanda.
And even and I thought it was a fun thing where them finding out that vibranium is in other places. Okoye says, like, yo, bro, everything that I've been taught about Wakanda is a fucking lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of themes like that. Even Shuri was like questioning the faith and all of that shit too. So I thought it was interesting.
This is the movie. Again, this is what we should have got with Thor: Love and Thunder. Because this was the theological fucking debate. Who's right?
Mm-hmm.
My science or your gods?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's look. Your gods didn't stop Chadwick or T'Challa from dying. Didn't help me. All I saw was Killmonger. Everything we heard was a lie because vibranium is outside of Wakanda's borders. But on the flip side of that debate, your science couldn't save him. Her science led Namor to come in here and fuck up Wakanda and kill the queen. And there's a whole dichotomy where no side had the answer to the problem, but both sides definitely contributed to a fucking problem.
Leon, if Mary Jane could take that heart-shaped herb or get bitten by a radioactive spider, yeah, she probably know how to fight too.
Again, at no point did she turn into a fucking ninja. What did she really do? She jumped around like a cat. Okay,
and used her and outsmarted them. And outsmarted like the whole plan to get him on that hot ship was really well thought out. Like she, at the end of the day, this was her smartness and compassion that really won the fight. And honestly, yeah, bro, let's get some of that. I mean, at the end of the day, Namor could have done work.
And
Namor could have done work. He knew what he was doing here.
And also, you're the princess of Wakanda. Somewhat, you're the princess of Wakanda, the brother of the Black Panther, the being protected by the Dora Milaje. If you don't know how to do something,
yeah,
you're a waste of life.
Serious.
It's not like the president's kid where you don't know how to be a fucking CIA agent or a fucking Secret Service agent. We get that. They're supposed to stand still. But the best protection is to teach you how to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you got the deadliest army in the world, and you're telling me that the queen ain't say, show her something?
You know what's funny? Screen Crush Ryan Airy made a great observation about this, where he says, yo, in Black Panther, before she came out to fight, she put on warrior paint.
Yeah.
Like, Shuri knows what she's doing. She isn't some grand master, but she knows how to defend herself. And you take some of that synthetic herb,
and she had the same warrior paint on the
suit.
Black Panther.
Yo, bro, she punched the shit out of that costume there, the outfit. Like, bro, yeah, she's not a master, but she is definitely enhanced by a vibranium suit and the heart-shaped herb. Like,
not to mention, she did challenge T'Challa in the first movie, and everybody might have thought she was laughing. She was joking. She didn't think she was joking. You don't go in there and challenge T'Challa if you don't think you can do some shit.
Yeah.
Was that Killmonger's color in the Black Panther suit?
Yeah, he had the gold on.
Yeah, the gold,
which symbolized more like fire and rage in your suit.
But you know what the crazy shit is though?
I think that's what they called it the first time.
That's not Killmonger's suit. Shuri made that shit and suggested it for fucking T'Challa in the first one. She liked that flashy shit, and he goes, "I'm not about flash," and he took the other one. Killmonger saw that and said, "Yeah, this is what I want," because it was one of those. Shuri knew what she was doing when she made that, and Killmonger was like, "Yeah, this is what I want. I want to stand out. I want to be the fucking person that you see."
So Anthony, Toe answered that already, because Black Panther was doing the same thing. Like, Riri asked Shuri, like, "Yo, how do you know all of this?" She's like, "My brother." So while he was in the lab cooking shit up in there, he was also in the field. So it's like, yeah, from time to time you could take off the lab coat, put on a suit, and get out there. And like, we don't know what's gonna happen when she gets back, because it's like, well, another thing. Remember, at the end of the movie, M'Baku comes to challenge the throne, but he's not really doing it. She's not there. So in the comics, Shuri has like this whole spiritual like adventure through some other dimension. I'm not saying that that's what they're gonna do, but Shuri went to Haiti. Shuri's definitely gonna go figure some things out while M'Baku holds it down. So there might be other scientists in there. And I guess to your point, what you're saying, like, characters can grow. We don't always got to keep you in the lab.
Here's the thing: does Iron Man's suit take away what makes him a genius?
Yeah.
Does Bruce Banner's strength take away what makes him a genius? Did Hank Pym shrinking down? Like, you could be both genius and hero.
So, Anthony, what you said about DeFontaine, how long before Valentina and the CIA try to destabilize Talokan? Yeah, it's a war on vibranium. And like, they could figure out Talokan, because now we know that blue people are out there. Like, they made reports like, yo, it wasn't the Wakandans. These people are blue. They come from the water. So now we know they're there. We know that Wakanda's wide open, and obviously they're going to make efforts to protect the vibranium. And bro, when the Dora walked in those soldiers, I was like, oh shit. So like, there will be attempts, but also they're like Cap said, they're going to look elsewhere now. Like, this just like, it is now proven that vibranium is not just in Wakanda. So they're going to try to go everywhere to get this vibranium. America wants vibranium now.
Who's to say that they don't find some vibranium in Vatlyria of
Latveria, yeah.
Latveria.
Who's to say, because they haven't said it yet, who's to say that they don't go looking for vibranium and find adamantium instead?
So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, there's other precious metals out there now too. So like, the floodgates are open. Wakanda opening its borders a couple movies ago is the start of all of this shit, and I can't wait to see Captain America: New World Order now and Thunderbolts and how those. I think those movies will overlap a little bit. Maybe just some shout outs. It fits, right? It fits. So I just want to see where all of this goes, and I want to see how Kang is going to be overlooking all of this because he needs vibranium too. Like, I feel like everybody it's all resources. It's finite. It's resources. It's finite. Like,
but the thing is he just trying to get
who knows
Ant-Man to help him get out of the fucking quantum realm?
Or maybe to like jumpstart that multiversal war that who remains has been putting on pause through the TVA,
It might have been one of those things like he knew how to travel through time and he just couldn't, and the more primitive way is to use the pen particles.
And what about if Kang's been jumping through the multiverse, dropping fucking vibranium everywhere, like, yo, I'm gonna need y'all later for Secret Wars. Here, do you take some vibranium? You take it. There's so much that could happen, but I have a strong feeling that vibranium is at the forefront of all of this shit.
Yeah, there's a few theories, and I don't go too much because some of it is Comic-Con trailer shit. But another theory is he might need, what do you call it? Because in the trailer he says, "Oh, Lang, you're the man. Something was taken from me. You're the man to steal it back."
Yeah.
So whatever is stolen from him could be to get him out of the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
Or the other prevailing theory is, like in the comics, it could be what he needs to save the woman he loves that started the whole fucking thing with him coming back. Because the Avengers stopped him in another time, then it killed this chick, so he had to put her in a temporal space and come back and fuck everybody up.
Will he have his own movie? I don't know.
I hope so. He's my new favorite character.
I don't see how you can do Namor in his own movie unless it's a Tuma trying to challenge him for the throne, but that'd be too redundant on every other fucking thing ever, or somebody else attacking him, but again, that's a little too redundant.
Well, I can see this dude
been a character
might be a little too on the nose.
I can see this dude challenging him for the throne during an invasion of Wakanda.
There will be an invasion of Wakanda, X-Men style.
Or like Dr. Doom or something. It could just be one of those things like Shuri's like, yo, why the fuck didn't you help us? We told you we'll help you. You're supposed to help us. And she didn't realize that he was being overthrown and the people didn't want to help him and all that other stuff. And then that could just be when he got taken over. That could be the spark that she was like, yo, fuck that. You're not an ally. And it starts that forever beef that the Black Panther and Namor supposed to have.
Yo, I think the forever beef is already there. And the fact that Namor is the one who thinks when they need us, they'll come running. When Shuri's not even, whoever's in charge right now is not even close to thinking that.
Dr. Doom better be done right. But Marvel has been at least doing well with villains as of late. Been doing okay. Obviously, this Namor was good. Mandarin was good. Scarlet Witch, she was the villain, so
Gord was good for the.
Gord was incredible.
He was in it.
Yeah.
The only good part, mostly of
Green Goblin.
Well, we've seen him before, but he's there. He's there.
Shit,
Green Goblin was an excellent villain.
And although established, they did build upon him.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that freaky ass scene where Spider-Man is just like beating his ass and he's like laughing. Spider-Man's like, yo, what is this? I've never seen something like this. What are we doing here? So good.
Titania.
Oh God.
Hey,
I heard a rumor. I've been hearing rumors that we might get a little Tom Holland in Born Again.
I've been hearing rumors that we might get a little Daredevil in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
We need some Moon Knight.
We need some Moon Knight. One of my favorite memes is the Patrick Bateman meme. It's Patrick Bateman, Chris, Batman, whatever the fuck, Christian Bale. He's like asking for season 2, and Feige's like, we can't do it. He's like, why not, you stupid bastard? We need Moon Knight ASAP. I will put most projects on pause if I could get some Moon Knight right now. You could pause whatever project you want coming up. I want Moon Knight.
Yep.
We just have Werewolf by Night. Come on now. Where's Moon Knight? See, I don't necessarily consider Namor a villain. To me, he's an antagonist, a villain. It's pure evil. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But it's good that they portrayed him like that. That's why you like him. That's why people like them.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's like people liking Thanos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the bias in me because being Hispanic, but being from Spain and knowing the history and all that shit, I was on Namor's side almost the entire time.
Facts.
And the crazy shit is, like, he goes, I learned how to give my people the sun. Now you know why I need to kill this girl.
He's so badass.
I did this for my people. We did all this. Now you know why I need to kill this girl. Like, every time he said something, it was, now you know why I need to kill this girl.
Like his motivation was never ambiguous. It was, yo, my people.
Yep.
Which if Chadwick was alive, the story, like, it's him taking care of his people, him taking care of his people. And although I think Shuri did a great job, and I called it, I said it way back, Shuri has to be the Black Panther. But obviously we theorize because it's just fun to theorize. But man, just see, can you imagine, man, Chadwick and just Tanakh just going at it, just love Namor. And yeah, I'm biased.
Yeah, not for nothing. Really biased. Not for nothing. I would have loved to just see the verbal jousting that these guys had.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even need to see a whole big fight. Just like the reconciliation between them two at the end would have been triumphant, bro. Oh, so sad. So sad. And I would have loved to seen if they could have just fucked a little bit. They would have just fucked around with this just a little more. T'Challa, Star-Lord. I would have loved to see that a little bit.
Yo, but I'm more excited to see the evolution of M'Baku.
Hell yeah. Always.
Like, he's come out the winner to me because in the first movie he was all right, and then you could tell that he was Namor basically in the first one. He only cared about his people. But then he realized like, nah, I need to fight because if he takes over Yah, he's coming for us, and we don't have an army for that. So we gotta do the right thing. It's kind of like how Namor usually is. But then it's still, this guy wants us to do this, so let's kill him before he tells us to do more shit.
Yeah.
But then you want to go to war with this man. I don't want my people to be in fucking war for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
He's like, as much as shit as I talk, realistically, this is the wrong play because then we're going to be in war with them forever. And my people...
I like his stance. And I like him running the show.
Yeah.
I love how him and Shuri had their moment. And like, my man, he knew what the right thing to do back in Infinity War.
Yep.
Everyone against Thanos. Like, M'Baku, like you said, started out for his people, and now he's for Wakanda.
Yeah.
And I think Wakanda's in great hands with M'Baku there.
Yep. And he told her, he's like, yo, I promise your brother I would advise you.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's no more fucking around here. You know what I'm saying?
You are the Black Panther, girl.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah. It's like I knew when T'Challa was here, we was in good hands. So I do whatever I want. I could run my business. T'Challa's not here no more.
Yeah.
We all need to step up.
You can't just be going around on crazy vengeance, you know? Like, bro, you got to think of Wakanda. I loved it.
Yep.
And I every time he said fish, man, I was like, yeah, I love it. Yo, M'Baku's the shit.
Yep.
Always. And he's so cool in real life, too. All of his interviews, guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
Great movie. Awesome movie.
Yo, I love movies that you can sit there and watch and just see people be fucking people. And like if you don't know who you want to be or how to handle situations, these are fucking role models right here. Just in this situation, it's like you got people here that are not taking life for granted and seeing the bigger picture and going, yo, yeah, it's very hard to forgive this man for killing your mother, but you have an entire country you have to worry about.
Yeah.
It's easy to kill this man. It's easy to take your vengeance and kill this man because he did your mother. But now you have to worry about the entire sea flooding your country again and killing everyone in there.
Yeah.
What's the right decision?
Yeah. You saw what he did damn near single-handedly.
Yeah. It's like,
Not to mention your perspective, it's the Mike Tyson quote. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yep.
M'Baku's perspective changed the minute
that they got punched
in the piece cracked and he almost died from a punch.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know what the crazy shit is? I forgot who said it, but he was like, some of us are just like the blind man waiting on the corner for someone to help us cross the street, right? And that's what kind of Shuri was when she lost. She went into her technology because she didn't know anything else, and she just needed someone like M'Baku or fucking Killmonger, her mother, to bring her back to this is the direction of when to cross the street, because we got to bring you back to who you were. Like she said it. Her mother was the only one that knew exactly who she was. She wasn't just someone who made technology. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't someone who just wanted to burn the shit down. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have these people. You just gotta sometimes shutting the fuck up and listening to other people in a situation where you think you got all the answers might be the best thing for you to do.
And her mother told her when they were on the beach, so like, yo, burn that white robe. Move on. So I thought it was special at the end when she burned the white robe. She's like, I can do it. And she said it too. She's like, if I burn this robe, it's the only thing keeping me sane. I'm gonna burn the fucking world after that.
Yeah, because it's a symbol of the end for some people. Where it's not the symbol of the end. It's almost like we have to. It's not acceptance. Well, it's kind of acceptance and release. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because some people, like I would be afraid too. Also, it's like I don't want to admit that this is over. I don't want to admit he's no longer here. If I don't do this, then there's some part of me that's like, no, this might be wrong. This might all be a lie. You know what I'm saying? But if I give in to the fact that he's gone, then what? Do I lose him forever? And that's what the fear is. It's like you can't lose someone if you always have him with you. You don't burn the robe and forget everything about him.
Yeah.
But that's what the mom was saying, is like she felt his hand.
Yeah.
Like that's the part where you don't, getting over it, getting past it, acceptance is not a forgetting, leaving behind, you're done with.
Yeah.
It's you lock the feelings away, and now you get to move forward with your life, taking only the good.
Yeah.
And leaving all the negative shit behind.
Is knowing that they'll be there in the ancestral plane when you meet them.
Oh yeah, and Leon.
So long as you're not angry, and then you get Killmonger.
Yeah.
So about Storm and X-Men, like that's all coming, but I don't know if we're gonna have a T'Challa. We're not gonna have T'Challa and Storm together. Well, it'd be kind of weird to give T'Challa Jr. You know, and then he grows up to like mess with Storm. That'd be weird. I mean, for my headcanon, it'll be weird.
But for the movie, I mean, it'll work. It'll
work for the movie though, because it's a Black Panther and a Storm. Yeah. For my headcanon though, I'm gonna be like, but of course, and this could all be different. But you know, X-Men are coming. I mean, they literally said mutant. Like Namor referred to himself as a mutant. It wasn't a variation of the word mutant. No, it was full on. And I think they told him to put some oomph on it because he was like, I'm a mutant. Like, yeah.
And you notice there was no X-Men shit there.
Nah.
Which I actually like that there was no X-Men shit.
I'm okay
with it. Because it's like, that's not the time for this.
I think we get the point.
Yeah, we get the point. We don't need we don't need that anymore. We get it. X-Men are coming. In fact, you could keep saying, I don't need to hear. Remember, Cap, we said that shit after Miss Marvel. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more riffs. None of that. Just let's get to the X-Men, which is going to be so far away. So, we might have 2-3 years before X-Men.
They can do a fucking Disney Plus show.
Do anything until 2025.
25, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 to 3. So 3 to 4, because it might be 26.
Yeah. Another thing about Storm, she's actually from like a real life
Kenya,
African nation.
Kenya.
So to have her in Wakanda, like, wouldn't make sense because they don't let outsiders in.
Yeah.
And but that maybe I'm wrong here, but that was a different universe where him and Storm get together and run Wakanda and they have a kid. That might have been a different universe. I'm not sure. It was 616?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The different universe was when Storm and Wolverine were together.
Okay. Because they have a kid. And I think he joins Young Avengers or something, or he like fucks around. He definitely got powers. He's pretty strong, actually. But like, yeah, obviously we could do it here. But X-Men will come. I think we're all just let's go on to the next phase. Let's start off strong. Let's build on this, and my final thought. Obviously, we're running over B+. I'll give the movie B+. Maybe A-.
I give this movie an A.
Okay.
Just based off of how it connected to me.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm putting in like personal shit like that, yeah, I hear you. And I mean, it's hard. Like we said earlier, it's hard not to put in your personal biases here.
Seriously,
and especially for us, like Latinos, like we shined in here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We shine.
Yeah.
Fucking like NuKKle HeDD, the man who played Namor, could sleep just fine, brother. You could sleep just fine tonight. You did it. You stood toe-to-toe with Wakanda, with the MCU, and with great actors. Angela Bassett might have stole the show, but man, was Namor believable. No complaints. No complaints anymore. You did great, bro. You did great.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8 as well, by the way.
All right. No, I was just saying they showed off his ability perfectly.
He had to learn how to swim for this movie.
Nice.
Poor dude did it. He was perfectly cast, but couldn't swim. So I had to teach him how to swim. And they brought in a lot of more indigenous, like people who understand the culture to teach people the language. And they were like, I feel like the first Black Panther was the same. There's just a lot of love in these movies, bro. And even though we lost Chad, what is grief if not love persevering? Thank you for that vision. Thank you for that. It's one of the sickest lines of all of Phase 4, if not the sickest.
Oh, didn't he say that in Civil War?
No, he said that's a Wanda.
He said in WandaVision.
Yeah, I thought that was a reference to what he said in when they were in the compound.
No. That was WandaVision one, because she was all like upset about everything. Like when he was about to when he figured it out that he was just like all different and shit and made up or whatever in her head. That's when he said it.
He also said something poignant in that fucking in the compound as well.
Well, I was born yesterday. That was a good one too. Vision be having some gems, bro, on the low. Very excited for Vision Quest. But yeah, we're running over.
Word.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for all the questions. A lot of questions today.
Word. This Black Panther brought a lot of people out. I like it.
I mean, they mentioned the huge Celestial already, but we need more focus on that. We need more focus. But they already mentioned it in She-Hulk. So, yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't give a shit about that if my fucking brother or son or the king died in my tribe. You know, it's like they had other shit to deal with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
maybe in Quantum Realm, my man's walking around all fucking
like the people in London should be worrying about it because they saw the big one in front of them. Like they saw Erisham in front of them. They should be worried. Wakanda, and that's kind of what Cap said. Like, this wasn't really an MCU movie. This was like Wakanda. Literally called Wakanda Forever.
Or if you want to pronounce it right, Wakanada.
Wakanada. Shout out to one of the most brilliant minds.
Word. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Appreciating everybody stopping by. Come back next week.
Thank you for all the questions of love. Oh. Can we do both?
Yeah, we do both.
We do both.
That's it. We from everywhere.